Okay, so this is the third part of our lecture series, which we have two. We have already discussed the two group one and group two words which we have, you know, already discussed for different forms of verbs, and now we are going to discuss about the group three words. And these words, for these words, we have such words which have the same word for the present, past, and past participle. Okay, so these words hold exception when we look at the three forms of verbs. So just not wasting any time, let us discuss these words in similar manner. First I will speak the present form, then the past form, then the past participle, then ing form, and then ses form. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, so before, the previous videos, just sit back, relax, away from distractions and disturbances. Just plug in your earphones or headphones, whatever you have, and just listen quietly. Bid, 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 bidding, bids. Bet, 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 betting, bets. Bust, 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 busting, busts. Cast, 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 casting, casts. Cost, 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 costing, costs. Cut, 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 cutting, cuts. Hurt, 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 hurting, hurts. Let, 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 letting, lets. Put, 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 putting, puts. Read, 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 reading, reads. Set, 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 setting, sets. Shed, 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 shedding, sheds. Shut, 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 shutting, shuts. Spread, 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 spreading, spreads. Thrust, 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 thrusting, thrusts. Quit, 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 quitting, quits. So that's all we have in the third group of letters for verbs, and different forms of verbs they have, which was quite simple because three forms they had the same word, the same type, oh sorry, the same word, and the ing form and the es form they had different. So now we will discuss, as the video is really, we have so much time left, so I think we should discuss these confusing pairs in this lecture. So now in this lecture we are going to discuss about the confusing pairs. Okay, so we have some exceptional confusing pairs. Okay, so let us see what they are, and let's begin. So they will go in the similar manner. First we have the past form, then the past participle, and then the present participle. Let us see. No. Actually, it is the present. The first one is the present, then past, and then the past participle. So here we don't have the ing or and the es forms. So let us begin. Okay, so let's start. Beer, bore, born. Beer, bore, born. Fall, fell, fallen. Fell, felled, felled. Find, found, found. Found, founded, founded. Grind, ground, ground. Ground, grounded, grounded. Hang, hanged, hanged. Hang, hung, hung. Lie, lied, lied. Lie, lay, lane. Really confusing. These pairs, we have discussed some words in pairs, and the past, the present, the past, and the past participle forms, they're different for, although the words sound and mean similar, but they are different in the present form, so they have different past and past participle form. So let us discuss them once again because they're confusing. And okay, so beer, bore, born. Then we have beer, bore, born. Fall, fell, fallen. Then we have fell, felled, fell. So you can see these fall and fell, they both the words also, like we have seen for fall the past is fell, but if we use fell in present, then for fell the past is felled and the past participle is felled only. So what we have learned here, what we are learning here is that a word which is a past of another word can be also the present form in itself. So that's what we are learning. Like we can see this fall, fell, fallen. Then we see that fell, which was in the past form for fall, is now in the present form for itself, fell. And then it has the past as felled, Felled. So let us go further. Find, found, and found. Now found is the present. So if found is present, then the past form for found will be founded and past participle will be founded. Then we have like grind, ground, ground. So like now ground can also be used as the present. Now for when it's used as present, then the past form for ground will be grounded and past participle will be grounded. Similarly, for hang, we have hanged and hanged. Now, hang. Okay, we have hang. Okay, so this one is a different case because we see when using hang in different context, we see that for hang, the past can be either hanged or hung, which we will we need to know how when and how the hang for hang the past is either hanged or hung. So this is really confusing as we can see the confusing pairs here. So so okay, let us just go on. Hang, hanged, hanged. Then we have hang, hung, and hung. Lie, lied, and lied. Then we have lie, lay, and lain. Okay, so in Hindi, if you know Hindi, then you can see that. Let us see it from the like hang. The first one hang is like फांसी पे चढ़ाना. If we are using hang in the context of like फांसी पर चढ़ाना, then the past will be like he will be hanged to death. Okay, hang him to death, and he was hanged to death. Okay, so like we know that like we can't say that he was hung to death. Okay, like so this is like different. So now for the second type of hang, we see it is tangna or latkana. So tangna, latkana, if you know Hindi, then it will be it will become easy for you to understand how hang can be used in two different contexts. Like one is फांसी पर चढ़ाना and the other is tangna or latkana. So we have seen for फांसी पर चढ़ाना we have hang, hanged, or hanged, and for टांगना or latkana we have hang, hung, or hung. Okay, hang the clothes on the wire, or the clothes were hung on the wire. Okay, or we can also say the clothes were hanged. Okay, so hung is like, okay, so you make some sentences and you will figure out like there are two different things that can be used. So lie, lied, lied. So lie, there are two types of lie we can use. Like one lie is jhoot bolna. Okay, to lie is the opposite of truth. To speak a false statement is to lie. So lie. Then we have in past for lie is lied, and past participle is lied only. But in lie, which means late now, okay, to lie down, to lie down. So we have lay down and lain down. Okay, so this is what, and then we have lay, laid, and laid. Okay, so this is confusing word. So let us continue with them. I hope you understand why they have different forms for past and past participle, because they mean different things when used in different context. So obviously they will have different, but they are truly confusing, and let us continue with them. Rand, rent, and rent. Okay, so rend means cheerna or fardna. Okay, to 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 make into two parts, or to to tear into two parts. So it is to rend, rend, rend. Then we have rent and rent. Okay, then we have rent, which is kiraye par dena. To rent, to giving something on to giving something, or your room on rent. So this is the rent, that rent. So rent, rented, and rented. Rise, we have rose and risen. And then we have raise, raised, raised. Then we have raise, raised, and raised. Raise, R-A-Z-E, which means dhwast karna. Dhwast karna means to defeat, or to demolish, something like that. To raise, raised, raised. Okay, see, saw, seen, saw, sawed, and sawed. Okay, so this is different. So let us see what is this. See, we know to look. Yeah, like dekhna. And for see, the past is saw and past participle is seen. But for saw, the which is in present form saw, which means ari se chidna or katna. Like you have seen the chainsaw, the which is used to cut wood or trees. The saw in that is this one, saw. So the past for saw is sawed, like sawed. That it was sawed. It means it was cut, or it was whatever, the cutting by the chainsaw and everything, something like that. So saw, sawed, and sawed, or sawn. So confusing. Okay, but now. So now we have wind, wound, and wound. So like wind, what does this wind mean? This wind means to more to ये मोड़ना और लपेटना और चाबी लगाना, ठीक है. So wind, like when you okay, I don't know how to tell it in English. Like we have this morna, like to turn is wind. To turn something, like to bend something is bending. Wind. You then we have wound. It was wound around something, like that kind of wound. And okay, so wound is clear. Then we have wound, 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 and wound. Like they are written same, but when we pronounce them, they are a bit different. Like we say wound, and we say wound. So wound and wound. Wound is to lapetna and all, to to circle around and around, that kind of wound. And then we have wound, so which means to when we have a cut in our body which bleeds, that kind of wound. Okay, so wound, wounded, and wounded. Then we have fly, flew, flown. We have flow, flowed, flowed. This one was simple. Okay, so this verbs confused with verbs, noun, adjective. We will discuss this in our next class. Okay, bye bye. Take care.